contemplated taking kind of an intermediate step on this thing, you do have the option of putting together an advisory referendum in both towns, where you put on the ballot that you vote to direct the city councils, the two city councils, to spend the next year discussing the possibility of a consolidation. It avoids what I'll call the nuclear decision of having this final decision that we're merged, and instead does a lot of what everybody else is saying, and puts the city councils, requires them to get together and do all these things and discuss what the potentials are, the potential savings, what the effects are on the tax rates and all of those other things. I think that's much more of a kind of a good way to go about this. If Ketchum votes that yes, we want our city council to sit down with the city council in Sun Valley, and the Sun Valley people say the same thing, the city councils have an obligation to do that. Instead of making this what I call a nuclear decision, because once that decision is made, there's no going back. And the second thing you've got to understand, is this really going to bring the communities together? I mean, this is really potentially going to be a lot more damaging to Ketchum and Sun Valley than it's going to be positive. Because you're going to have two sides of people screaming at each other for yes or no. And if you merge, then you're going to have a lot of people who are really angry at it. And if you don't merge, you're going to have a lot of people who are angry at it. So I think the responsible thing is to make this an advisory referendum rather than an actual merger referendum.